Planning a Walt Disney World trip for 2026 or 2027 often feels like trying to hit a moving target. The reality is, the advice that guided families perfectly well just 3 years ago simply does not function in the current park ecosystem. That quiet, sleepy off-season where you could walk right on to major rides, Disney has entirely engineered that out of existence. First-timers often picture a serene stroll down Main Street towards Cinderella Castle, with plenty of elbow room to spare. But if you book an October trip today based on an old blog post, you are going to walk straight into massive fall break crowds and sold-out Halloween party events. Relying on old advice costs you money, forces your daily schedule to collapse, and drains the joy out of a vacation you spent thousands on. To fix this, we have to let go of the old planning myths. This chart shows what the internet tells you to expect: high summer crowds, followed by deep, quiet valleys. But look at the 2026 reality on the right. Those deep valleys have filled in, leaving us with flattened, consistently high crowds year-round. Disney achieves this through dynamic pricing, raising and lowering ticket and hotel costs day by day to manipulate demand. When prices drop slightly to fill a slow week, thousands of budget planners rush in. That creates an artificial spike in attendance, exactly when you thought it would be quiet. To survive a trip this year, we have to ignore conventional wisdom and evaluate the calendar using raw, current data. So let's look at the dates that pose the highest risk to your budget insanity. We call them the Big Five: Christmas week, Thanksgiving, President's Week, Spring Break, and July 4th. These are periods of absolute maximum park capacity. These weeks trigger peak dynamic pricing across the board. Every single line item, from your hotel room to a daily line-skipping pass, hits its maximum cost. On the ground, wait times for major attractions double, and the chance of grabbing a walk-up dining table virtually disappears. Spontaneous touring is impossible here. If you want to ride anything, you have to manage your itinerary minute by minute. Unless your family is strictly locked into a rigid school calendar, booking one of these 5 weeks offers the lowest possible return on your investment. But there are still a few elusive pockets on the calendar that offer actual value. This heat map highlights exactly where they are: early August, late September into early October, post-Thanksgiving, and mid-January to early February. What makes these weeks work is a significant drop in local pass holder attendance. When the locals stay home, the standby lines shrink. You also hit a sweet spot where favorable, cooler weather overlaps with dips in Disney's dynamic pricing curve. The trade-off is logistical. Accessing these windows usually means pulling kids out of school for a few days, or navigating awkward disruptions to your work schedule. But if you want to optimize your budget, trading calendar convenience for these specific weeks is the single most powerful way to upgrade your trip. You also need to factor in the variables unique to the 2026 operating year. Looking at this timeline, you'll see a massive promotional block spanning from May 26th to September 8th. Booking in this summer window means enduring intense Florida heat and specialized promotional crowds, but it rewards you with lower wait times late in the evening. To make this work, implement a strict midday break. Leave the park at noon, hit the resort pool, and return at 4 p.m. so your family avoids exhaustion. You also must watch for closures. In 2026, major legacy attractions and dining, like the Grand Floridian Cafe and Carousel of Progress, are scheduled to go dark for refurbishment. If you reuse an old itinerary without checking the 2026 closure schedule, you will waste valuable park hours walking up to locked doors. This brings us to the ultimate strategy for maximizing a Disney budget. We call it the 7 to 10-day price shift. This matrix compares the exact same trip. Column A is the peak week of Thanksgiving. Column B is a hidden week just 10 days later. By shifting the dates, the bottom line total drops drastically. You get the exact same Disney assets. You sleep in the same resort room, you access the same theme parks, but you require significantly less capital to do it. An exhausting, overpriced trip and a magical, budget-friendly one aren't separated by cutting corners. They are separated by shifting the burden from your wallet to your logistical flexibility. If you are schedule-bound and have to travel during a peak week, your time is your scarcest resource. Reallocate your budget to purchase line-skipping passes every single day. If you are an optimizer, exploit those hidden weeks. Take the massive savings from your hotel and ticket costs and use them to upgrade your dining or book a special event. To calculate this exact 7 to 10 day price shift for your own family, use the Disney Budget Master Workbook. You can grab the workbook, along with our free packing guide, right now. Both are linked below. A truly magical Disney vacation doesn't happen through wishful thinking. It happens when you use accurate data and plan with intention.